Let's talk now about a new developing story as the Supreme Court will soon hear, soon being November, whether the tariffs can remain in effect. And of course, this is reaching the highest court in the land, coming in here on social media saying the Supreme Court agrees to hear Trump's appeal in the tariffs case on a highly expedited basis. Oral arguments will be during the first week of November, and at Supreme Court pace, that is very, very fast, as they are granted an unusually quick hearing on President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs, putting a policy at the center of his economic agenda squarely before the nation's highest court. The tariffs will remain in place in the lead up to the argument set for November, as the court agreed to take up the appeal from the Trump administration after a lower court found most of his tariffs were illegal. Small businesses and states challenged them also agreed to the accelerated timetable. They say Trump's import taxes on goods from nearly every country in the world has nearly driven their businesses to bankruptcy. Two lower courts have agreed that Trump didn't have the power to impose tariffs on nearly every country on earth under his emergency powers law, though an appeals court left them in place for now. The Trump administration asked the justices to intervene quickly, arguing the law gives him the power to regulate imports. Striking down the tariffs would put the country, quote, on the brink of economic collapse, as this will be heard there by the Supreme Court and will come before a court that has been reluctant to check President Trump's extraordinary power in the executive. One big question is whether the justice's own expansive view of presidential authority allows for Trump's tariffs without the explicit approval of Congress, which the Constitution endows with the power to levy tariffs. Three of the justices on the conservative majority were nominated by Trump in the first term. So obviously a lot to dive into there, as the Supreme Court SCOTUS will hear arguments on these tariff policy in just 2 short months. I'm Andy Mack. We're back after this.